Yo, yo, let's do another watch list. I've been going live, doing live streams on YouTube for my watch list the last few days. So I thought I'd mix it up and do just another recording type one for today. So we'll start off here with a couple trades from today. Caper ended up red on this one. Just wasn't breaking down like I expected after going red for the first time in 3 days. Expected it to stay a bit more heavy on the gap down, pops into red green, and it wanted a bit higher before fading back. So no real plan on trading that one going forward. UXIN finally broke this 250 line. I scaled, locked some into the morning shove, and then rescaled around that core, and I got off desk right around 11 a.m. and unfortunately missed this $3 move, and by the time I checked back in, I saw this hard crack lower high sub VWAP, so I ended up moving on with the rest of that position. Technically, it is still holding over the 260s, over the breakout level. There's no real reason to sell. Doesn't have a huge history of multi-day moves, but decent history of secondary moves. So there's merit to a swing on this. If I was at my desk a bit more, I likely still would be swinging some. But for now, I am all out. Gonna see how dips react off the open tomorrow. See where it gaps to. But I just took it off because I didn't want to be constantly checking all day long. So yeah, that was that one. Good swing there from the 230s. Scale through 250s and lock in 270s. So decent little trade there. IMRX daily chart starting to give up after what was considered a higher low by some. Ended up breaking below that and fading back towards those 220s. Lace bounce day today. I ended up missing this one actually because I wanted a bit lower. I wanted a gap down reversal using yesterday's levels, but the gap up, I just wasn't interested in chasing another 10% move or something like that. XHG still holding up. No volumes come back in. Octo second red day. Same kind of thing that's been working on these multi-day runs. The first red day is a bit choppier, and then the second red day is a lot cleaner, headacheless type trades. TBIO, I was looking for that 520 break and build, and it topped there right off the open and never looked back. So that squeeze candidate doesn't really look like it's going to be happening, but I'll set a price alert for $5 and just not really watch it. Stuff like Baba, Baidu, Pinduoduo, bunch of them, Neo, LI, a bunch of Chinese names, like they're going nuts. I think I like Baba. These daily charts are just going nuts. Chinese stimulus is coming in, and these gaps across the board are crazy. So I know a lot of large cap traders are watching these, just given the daily range each day. But until there's a clear daily chart pattern, I don't really have a obvious plan to trade those ones. Duo running into prior resistance, history of one-day moves. If this thing can fail off of looking left levels tomorrow, maybe a blowout in pre-market right into the 140s and sit back. Possibility, just given its history of how it likes to trade, just one and done. But if it proves otherwise, then no real plan there. I think it's a Chinese name. Let me see. Yeah, Chinese name. So moving in sympathy with all these other ones. That was part of the thesis with UXIN as well, was the China names. Kind of like a rising tide lifts all boats. I thought maybe all the China names would get a bid. Duo, nice move, but I'd be looking higher the better to the short side. ATGL, nice daily starting to form here from the 150s up close to 4. Given that Wednesday didn't have much volume, Thursday the volume started coming in. So ideally, I'd want one more day going straight up, maybe up into the 480s, 520s, something like that, another dollar a share move, and then look for that first red day, maybe next week. But if I get a big enough gap, I wouldn't be against fading this one tomorrow, but I definitely would like to see it extend itself a bit more. Load, this daily chart starting to speed up. Not a whole lot of range in its recent history, and now 3 days going 50%. So not quite the range I need to for a short trade, but I will keep it on watch. If this thing can start to skip 70, 80, a dollar, then I'd be interested in that one. MSGM, recent gapper, volume drops off. Overhead resistance is at least 100% away, and it's starting to come back over here. So if this thing can build over the 160s and that 170 daily chart trigger, possible liquidity trap, little T+1 setup into tomorrow. And then these larger cap names in Delta Airlines, United Airlines, their daily charts here going from 51 to 59, and this one here going from 46 to 51. Not huge like range-wise, but relative speaking to how these typically trade. When you get these little ramps, they get little sit-back moves, kind of like that elastic analogy I like to talk about. So I think could be looking for a first red day into these looking left levels. Something like a big exhaustion gap up into 54 would be sick. I don't know if that will come, but they are starting to push into big daily chart levels. So I will keep those on watch for a possible mean reversion type day. So not really a plus opportunities for me tomorrow. Duo I like, ATGL I like in terms of small caps, but I'd be hoping for higher the better. MSGM, I don't love it as much as like I liked UXIN. Possible weak opens for red to green on UXIN. See if this thing wants to hold its gains or if it's just going to be a one and done. So a lot to keep on radar, see where things are gapping tomorrow, and then try to make a plan from there. Hope you guys are doing well. Traders for a Cause coming up in 2 weeks. Getting excited. That'll be fun. Look forward to meeting a bunch of you. Trade them well, get in where you fit in, make some memories, and I'll see you guys in the room.